Hello, I'm ABXToyCat, and this is QnA Saturday, the weekly series I run on my channel, and answer your questions that have been asked over the past week or so, both on my channel and on Twitter. I specifically tweet out once a week saying, respond to this tweet with QnA Saturday questions, and a lot of people ask about generally the next Minecraft console update, the current Minecraft console update, but also just about life and the world in general. And given that we don't have a big update this week to talk about, a lot of people have been asking a bunch of questions that I figured I would answer in this week's Q&A. So hopefully you do all enjoy it. Like the video if you do like QnA Saturday, because it helps out the channel, and lets me know you do like this, again, weekly back and forth dialogue. I think it's fun, and hopefully all of you do agree. So let's get straight into the first question, which comes in from Sean12U Gaming, who says, if in a year I decide to make a world on Minecraft Xbox One Edition, the game that hasn't been receiving an update for years, will I be able to convert it to the new version? And the simple answer to this question is almost certainly yes. So they're going to probably make some changes to this new version that might one day make it incompatible, but presumably as long as they make a way for the, they keep updating the world converter, it will still work. At some point they will cut that off, presumably, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, but for the foreseeable future, you're going to be able to make your Minecraft Xbox One World Edition, and it's still going to transfer over. Again, at some point, they're going to have to just kind of discontinue it entirely. We don't know when the point is, but for the longest time, if you want to keep playing Minecraft Xbox One, like I'm doing in the background actually, what you can actually do is just stick to it and then convert later on, because you'll be able to convert for as long as they let you convert, and they'll warn you before they stop converting, so you should be all good to keep playing Minecraft Xbox One Edition. I said Minecraft Xbox One a lot there, but hopefully I answered your question. Let's move into a slightly less confusing one, because it's not even a question, which comes in from Animal Alu, who says hashtag Q&A. By the way, don't use hashtags, they're going to be banned on my channel soon. Again, I explained that, but just don't use hashtags. But hashtag Q&A, I just realized Toycat's been answering more non-questions, and I realized just after I was about to go respond to this one, this isn't a question in itself, this is just a statement. So the reason for this, I think, is twofold. First of all, a lot of people are asking questions that aren't in question form sometimes. Second of all, I think on YouTube, comments are always going down. I like the vast majority of you that watch these YouTube videos, but I don't like, I feel like there's a lot of bad YouTube comments. I think we can go over this 100 times. Check any YouTube channel, comments get very toxic very quickly. Once the comments get toxic, no one else bothers responding. So I think because of that, even though I say at the end of each week's Q&A, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. A lot of people are still just commenting whatever random, I'm gonna make some weird comment about this or that on there, because they don't realize that this is Q&A Saturday and it's about responding to the comments. I don't know how that's possible, but yeah, that's why there's been a lot more non-questions, but they'll still raise good questions I want to respond to, and that's what I do. And as an example of well, if we only stick to questions, here's what we'll get as a question form. So this comes in from Toycat's Cat, who says hashtag Q&A. Hashtags are banned, by the way. I know you're a cat, but whatever. Meow, 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 meow. So as you can see, that is technically a question, but it has a lot less value than your non-question that you just asked, Mr. Animal Alu. So let's move on to the fourth question, which comes in from Narian Rat, who says, what is your favorite handheld console? So the Nintendo Switch, I feel like, is the ultimate handheld console. I don't know if we can, go up any higher than this, because it's everything the Wii U should have been, and it's got the benefits of the Switch, the 3DS. I feel like the Switch is the best handheld console. However, because my Switch broke, I don't know when or how or what, I've been trying to revive it, but because my Switch broke, I've been playing the 3DS again, and there is something really cool about the 3D effect on this. We've only really had one proper 3D console that's even better than Cinema Screen 3D, and it is the 3DS, and I feel like with very particular games, 3D Land's a good one, and so is the Ocarina of Time 3D, then I feel like that's technically the best handheld console, because it does something you can't get on your phone, it does something you can't get on your game console or your PC, and that's something that you can't necessarily say about the Switch. The Switch is just better because it runs good games, but it's something worth keeping in mind. So let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Tiger King, who says, have you ever had a Minecraft-related dream/nightmare? I was going to type mine here, but it was a bit long, so I won't. So I have a few Minecraft-related dreams and nightmares. I think about drowning into water, or accidentally falling in lava, or breaking up a block. Sometimes this happens in dreams, and it's I've been thinking a bit too much about Minecraft. Not too much anymore, but it's some days when I'm just playing it all day and making videos all day, it gets into your brain. I had this with League of Legends too, actually, where when I first really got into League of Legends, it's a PC game. There's a mobile equivalent, which I've been playing a lot recently. But yeah, basically when I first got into this game, I was so obsessed with it, because you have to play hours a day to be good at this thing, that I was not only dreaming about it, but in real life, I'd see the bushes from that game and be oh no, someone might gank me from that corner, or whatever. So I got crazy into that game, and I think whenever you play a game too much, it just turns into your life and into your dreams and nightmares, and I think that's a bad thing. It's called the Tetris syndrome, and you don't want it. Also, I have this thing with YouTube sometimes where again, days where I've been uploading a lot of YouTube videos, I'll have nightmares where everyone hates the yellow text on my thumbnails, or it's white text now. I'll have nightmares about this, and it'll take me till the next morning. I'm oh, that's a dream. I can still use yellow text on the thumbnails. It's good. It's good. So yeah, I have some weird dreams and some weird nightmares, but that's how life is. So let's move into the the next question, which comes in from weeklyfox/Minecraft, hashtag QnA. Good job, see? It's not a hashtag, so it won't be banned as of like a week or so. Have you ever been arrested or told off by the police? If so, was it worth it? And then a smiling face. So the answer to this question is no, actually. Everyone I know has some story of running into the police. I have like 2 very near miss stories where like the factory story I told way back on the channel, where like I broke into a factory sure enough with a couple of friends. We got very close to the police car, but like they never saw us even though we saw them. And then the second situation, it was like maybe like 4 a.m. and I don't know, I was trying to break a sign with a friend. Again, I was like 16, 17, and you can imagine if we were up at 4 a.m. what was going on. So we were trying to like break some form of sign, and the police came past, flashed their lights, did their sirens, and we just ran across the field, and they chased for a little bit, but like only to make us go away, really. So that's the closest I've ever come. Like I ran past, I saw some police who were looking for me, and then some police chased me a little bit, but I've never actually had any run-ins at all with the police. Although, actually, wait, I have a funny story of the British Transport Police. They're not real police, they don't have any real powers, but they're like, you know, we will do this. They threatened me at one point, because I was in a car park. That doesn't make any sense, but that was a real thing that happened, and yeah, British Transport Police I've had more interactions with, like 2 or 3 now actually, than I have with the real police, and I think I'm lucky for that. So go me. Let's move to the next story, next question, which comes in from Say and Named Rect, who says, why do people like PUBG so much if it's just Mineplex survival games? So one, there's lots of other survival games. Mineplex isn't the only server, but why do people like the game so much? Because I've been playing it a lot on YouTube. I'm gonna cut down because I just got really bad recently. But you know, why do people like it so much if it's just survival games? Well, one, because survival games is fun, and this is survival games with 99 players. And 2, I was informed of this, and it's something I should mention. Even though it's the same exact concept as the Hunger Games, which comes from the Hunger Games books, or survival games, which comes from Hunger Games, which comes from the Hunger Games books, it's actually based on Battle Royale, a game mode which was in H1Z1, which came from an Armor DayZ mod, I believe, which came from a movie called Battle Royale in the 90s. So that means that it's actually inspired by that, and maybe the Hunger Games goes that way around. And yeah, technically survival games is just Battle Royale, but in Minecraft, just as a fun little thing. But yeah, why do people like it so much if that's the case? Because it's incredibly fun. There's something nuts about the idea of like last man standing in any game, you know, I was gonna say like gameplay, but game mode, game that does exist, like any game, a last man standing mode would be a lot of fun. And I feel like, yeah, that'd be a really cool like game mode idea for Minecraft. Like Battle Royale, same idea as survivor games, but bigger world, and the world you can play in gets smaller. Boom, make it happen, some Minecraft server, or I guess some Minecraft PE server. So yeah, with that said, let's move on. Oh, but I'm gonna watch the movie Battle Royale, because it sounds really cool, and it's a Japanese movie, and it's like highly rated. I'll let you know how it is on Twitter, so at IBXToyCat. So let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Evan, who says, what is your favorite non-gaming channel? So I watch a lot of YouTube, as you might be aware. You know, one of the reasons I love YouTube is because, you know, love liking YouTube videos, is because I love consuming them, and I love being able to like make videos that I'd like to watch about Minecraft if I was into that sort of thing. I think it's fun anyway. So yeah, what is my favorite non-gaming channel though? Because I presumably watch a lot of those. I'm gonna cheat and say IBX2Cat. Go check out IBX2Cat for all your favorite non-gaming stuff. But no, as far as like actual, you know, non-me channels, I feel like Philip DeFranco is a pretty good like source of news each morning. It's like 10 minutes, and it's like an easy digest of like a mix between things you probably should know and things that are interesting to know. You know, news has a hard balance of like mixing those two things. And also AltShiftX is a channel I've been watching. It's because Game of Thrones season is just over now, but that channel makes loads of videos on Game of Thrones, like about the books, but also about every episode, recapping them. And for me, like when I've just watched a really good episode, especially of Game of Thrones, but of any TV show, you kind of want to discuss it. I get this with movies too. When I've watched a movie that like has a bunch of thoughts in my mind, and you kind of want to get them out to talk to someone. Oh, no one knows watch them. Well, there's probably gonna be some YouTube videos or like a Reddit thread or something you can read in it, and that's like a really good way to like not express your feelings. That sounds silly. It's not the words I'm looking for, but I think it's really great in that way. And yeah, I feel like AltShiftX does a really good job at this one. And another one I like because it's like transport related, like usually about planes. It's Wendover Productions. Usually makes a bunch of like in-depth videos about flying and how it works and stuff. And yeah, it's something I've been enjoying quite a bit of recently. So let's move on to the 9th question, which comes in from BadPiggy1, who says, #Q, will we get new graphics / gameplay heading towards the release? And this is an example of like, there's a lot of questions I'm not sure they quite mean at first. I'm like, is that even a question you can ask? But I'm gonna try and like generously interpret this one as like, because you know, there's not gonna be new graphics in terms of like Minecraft's not gonna change how it looks or like visually be better. And also the gameplay, I'm pretty sure Minecraft's gonna say Minecraft, but assuming what they actually mean is, will there be new graphics options and stuff? Like, will the game visually change, you know, like how you can actually present it, and also will the game be able to control change in terms of like how it controls, how it actually feels to play. So yeah, the game that we're getting in the beta, which hasn't officially released to everyone yet, that is going to be mostly what it is in terms of like features. I don't think they're going to increase the render distance. I don't think they're gonna, you know, make the game feel too much better. They're trying, but you know, again, I haven't seen too much progress. But yeah, we'll see new graphics, gameplay options. Probably not, but it, you know, they've been working so hard on every single update. Like, I was so shocked when, you know, a week had passed and they did all of the bug fixes. So we could just see that everything gets perfect and all the features you're looking for will be in there by release. We'll have to wait and see on that one, but that's you know, something that could happen. So let's move on to the last question, which comes in from Riley Ramsey, who says, "What's your favorite thing about flying? Love the video." So yeah, I just mentioned that I watched a bunch of videos on flying, both like informative, but also like I like seeing some people just fly sometimes. I don't actually really like flying that much. To me, it's just kind of like a seat you have to sit in for an hour, and like it's pretty chill. Like, you get to see some really great views and stuff. But to me, that's just like a thing you do for like an hour and like 30 minutes in between the things. But I really like, one, the airport experience on the way in. You have to be there 2 hours early, so you know, one, you feel like you've done something, you've gotten there at time, and then you have some time to just like do whatever you want. You can get some food, you can chill in the lounge. I get access to lounges, so it's like, it's the most chill experience at the airport ever, and it's like, this is well spent time because I have to be here anyway, and it's kind of like a thing like that. I know, it makes me feel kind of good that way. So I love airports on both sides, and on the other side, I really like trying to be the fastest through the airport. It's like a challenge every time. I don't know why, but it's like that whole like, there's like an efficiency part of my brain where it's like, I have to do this really quickly. So I love checking out new airports. I love seeing how they look on the inside, and I also really love like the whole experience of like going through it as fast as I can, like seeing, because the way airports have to be connected is so bizarre, because they have to have like 2 separate funnels that can't ever cross between people leaving the plane and people who get on the plane. Obviously only for international flights, that's true, but you have to like have like 2 incredibly complex sets of tunnels, and it's really nuts sometimes seeing how airports do this. I think Heathrow is one of the more fascinating ones, but there's a bunch of cool airports in the world, and yeah, what else do I love about flying? I really just like going places. Like, you might notice, like, Toycat, you've been to Bulgaria and all these other weird countries this year. Well, the reason for that is just because I think it's kind of fun to go check out a new country for a little bit, and yeah, that's the thing. So I hope you did all enjoy this video. Like if you liked it, share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you very much for watching this Q&A Saturday. Remember to leave a question down below. You know, question is emphasized there, but apparently not. And yeah, I pick from there as well as sometimes on Twitter. Follow me at IBXToycat if you want to ask questions for next week's Q&A, because, you know, some people all about getting their question answered. Some people just enjoy the show. Whichever one you're in, there's your way on how you do it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.